If you are a beginner looking to expand your green family without breaking the bank, you are in the right place. My name is Marcelina, your go-to source for all the things gardening and plant care. So today I'm showing you 4 basic propagating strategies that can help you grow more plants from your favorite collection. So let's get to it. Alright, so we have our materials here. We are using in our propagation. We had GP plug, we had perlites, glass water, spagamos. So Greg is here and he will be helping me today. Now, before we begin propagating plants, this is very basic. Before we are going to propagate our plants, first thing first, why you want to propagate?
Why do I want to propagate?
Yes.
There's a couple of reasons why you want to propagate. Number one, your house is boring. You have no pictures or anything on the walls. You want some extra house plants. Number two, you want to make some extra plants so you can sell and make some money in this economy we have today. That's why.
So you want to propagate to expand your collection, especially if you are collecting rare plants like this one here. This is my Monstera. And this is my Thai Constellation mother plant, and now I have the second plant, this one here. Is it cool?
This is a propagation from this one.
Yeah, and stick with me guys because I'm going to show you the propagation later on. So you can also share your new propagation. This is my new baby. Look at that, it's so beautiful.
Let me ask you a question about this new baby. If you can look on Etsy, you see a lot of these different sellers are selling plants this size. They won't let you buy one. They say you got to buy 2. Okay, they're so small. And how are they propagating these little baby plants like that?
Well, if you see a lot of those,
because that's not from a cuttings.
Sometimes
they
do a sculpture. You know, if you want to mass reproduce the plant, you do it by tissue culture, which we don't do that here.
Well, you know, these people aren't doing tissue cultures because they don't have the facility to do it in a sterile environment. So what's the other procedure they're using to propagate these little baby
That's
plants?
what I'm going to show it in this video.
Ah,
yes, sir.
You didn't tell me that.
So I'm going to show it. So you can share this one with your love of gardening, your love of plants, to your friend, to your family, or give this as a gift. Or you can trade this baby new plant with other plant lovers. Now, what are the reasons why you want to propagate?
That's the only reason I can think of.
That's the only reason? Well, let's see here. This is the plant you bought from the plant shop. And it is not doing well. So normally this is $65. Now it is struggling. So other reason why you want to propagate is to preserve this plant and create a new one, because this is not doing well. So it's better just to take this and propagate. Other reason propagating is also allows you to experiment. And why is that?
Allows me to experiment. Well,
it allows you to experiment.
A lot of times when you have a variegated plant, it likes to resort back to its original, which doesn't have any variegation. If you have one leaf, then say like on this one, or over on this one where you have a lot of variegation, if you take a cutting from that, the new stems that will come out of that, the new buds, will have variegation. You got your variegation back.
Okay, that's a good idea. So it allows your propagation. There are so many ways you can propagate plants. You can propagate by cutting, subdivision, propagate by seeds, or propagate by ear layering or grafting. So that is the other ways to propagate. And another one is cost effective. That is also another reason why you want to propagate, because especially the rare plants, this is expensive. So if you want, instead of buying another plant with the same plant you have, it costs you money. So this is by propagating your mother plant,
saving money.
You're saving money. All right. So for propagation method,
save money or make money.
So this one here. Now, Greg, how do you propagate? Let's start with the water. But let me show you guys the result of water. Water propagation is one most common houseplant propagation. And as you can see, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's rooting.
You know, and I see roots like that. You know what I see?
Yeah.
I see cha-ching.
So these are my collection, guys, and this one here, I just placed them together, and this is my Philodendron spatum or something like that. This one here, this is very rare. Look at that.
That's beautiful plant.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So
nice.
when your propagation, the root reaches.
You don't remember the name of that?
Inches, I have my. It's too many plants, but I can.
Oh man.
Hold on. I want to see that.
Got to know the name of your plants. Unless you're making a video.
I know. I think of this if
Yeah.
I can find it.
We'll put it on the screen.
I will give you. So
That's a nice plant.
and this one here is the goddess. Goddess is Philodendron goddess. It is easy to root in water. I have my Swiss cheese. Look at that. Is that too cool? So I just place everything in here, and oh my goodness, I have this one here. Oh, look at that. This is my painted lady. Look at that.
For
It's
real?
so cool. Yeah.
Painted lady?
That's painted lady. So all of that is just in one jar. And the easy one is the Monstera deliciosa.
These guys
Look at
love
that.
water.
Monstera loves water.
How long did it take all these
about
to get
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks?
2 weeks,
2 to
yeah.
3 weeks?
2 to 3 weeks. That's how, you know. So, okay guys, so we start with water. So we have our jar here. And go ahead, get your collection. You can...
Let me ask you a question. If you did that in the water, why not do all of your cuttings and put them in water if it's that easy?
Yeah, that's the one that I had.
Okay, but
It's
they don't
all
all root that easy in water though.
Some
do and some don't.
Yeah, some root faster.
Some rot.
So let's begin with the water. You can propagate a spider if you have a collection. If you collect spider plants, gidia plants, easy. I have this Monstera. So how are you going to propagate this, Greg? So this is the Monstera, guys. So how are you going to propagate this?
Well, you see this air root coming out of here? I'm going to take a cutting about a ½ inch right below that air root right there.
That is too short.
Well, that's as far as I go. I'm not going to go below this.
I would, because that is too short. If you do like that, that is too short of a cut. I would allow 2 other node in that section. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it for me, Greg. If you can hold it for me. We had no space, guys, so
No space left behind. We had all these plants outside, and I knew once winter came, we were going to have to bring all these plants indoors, and we had a lot more plants this year than we did the last year.
So always disinfect your pruner.
Are you telling me you're going to take?
Yeah,
You're going to
hold
cut
this
this
one.
sucker?
Hold this one.
I got it.
Okay, I'm going to put this closer. Okay, so hold it, Greg.
I got it.
Okay, so what you have to do is look node. At least you have 2 nodes. So you cut this one here. All right. Now I'm going to take out. Look at the root. Is that so beautiful?
It's already rooted.
It is rooted. You can remove these lower leaves because it is too close to the node, and then you can just keep like that. Now this root here, you can either just leave it here or you can cut it. So I just want to leave it here, but this one is short. Don't worry, it will produce another shoot. So I just place that here. Now the second one of my collection, I'm going to use this swish. I'm gonna have you. So this is the Swiss plant, all right?
Swiss?
Yeah, this is Philodendron.
Philodendron.
Yeah. So mostly if you have a hanging, you can cut node to node. But if you have just like this, you just select which stem that it is great. So select as healthy stem. And I see this one here. This is what I'm going to get. So I will cut 4 to 6 inches. So this is 4 inches, right? So this is how it is, and you can just
This is how it is.
This is how it is. How to say it? So
This is it.
This is it. So you can either just keep this leaf and then just put in here. Now, if you want to have another one, you can have a Hoya, and I'm going to show you
Now,
another Hoya.
when you put these in a glass of water, how often do you have to change this water before it becomes putrid?
You have to change it
Loses
every
oxygen
week.
every once a week.
You have to change
Okay.
every week, because if it is not, it becomes stagnant.
Can I put anything in the water as an additive to help accelerate the
You
rooting
can
process?
if you know, it's an optional.
Yeah.
Now this one
Okay.
is the Gaddis. Gaddis is easy, so I'm going to select. This is not. This is the mother plant. I'm going to select one that is healthy. It's like that, and I can just place it in here. So that's it, guys.
easy.
That's it.
That's easy.
So again, any plants, most of the house plants you can propagate with water. So this is just my collection. I'm showing it to you, but you can propagate snake plants or spider plant is easy to propagate too. But Hoyas, you can also propagate Hoyas. So that's it for the water. Now how
Okay, let
about
me ask you a question. Okay, let me have these then. Okay, let's say you've had this in here for about a month, and one of your cuttings here below here starts to rot. What do you do?
Well, if you have that issue, if your stem is starting to rot, you have to remove it from the water. Take the water because
Can that rot spread to the other cuttings?
yes, it
Okay.
does. So you have to replace a new water to keep it fresh, and then remove any tissue. Spray with fungicide and remove those damaged tissue, and then let it dry a little bit, and then place it back.
Now, let's say none of these plants are sterile in the greenhouse. Do you think it's a smart idea when you put it in here to put like a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in the water that will kill any bacteria that could be in the water to keep it from spreading the rot?
I wouldn't do it because you don't want to keep it longer in there. Because
I would put a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in the water.
you can soak it with peroxide if something going on, but I would not keep it for a week.
Well, the
Yeah, you have to
hydrogen
rinse it.
peroxide is going to evaporate in a matter of minutes. Once it hits the water, the oxygen is going to be released from the hydrogen peroxide, just like alcohol evaporates. It's not going to be in there all the time. It's just going to be in there for a short time, but it's enough to kill any of the pathogens that might be attached to the air roots and stuff like that, or maybe even, I don't know, maybe even some of your fungus gnats, bugs, eggs, or something like that, you know?
Yeah. So now let's propagate with the perlite. Now perlite it's easy to.
Perlite is a volcanic rock that has been put in some type of a blast furnace, heated up to 1600 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it explodes like popcorn. And you can crush this in your fingers. It feels like volcanic rock when you crush it. It's not styrofoam.
And
what this does is it creates space and holds some moisture in there, and it's better than putting it in wet mud or dirt.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is the best way to do that. Okay, let's propagate with the perlites. Now you have to. So I have this plastic here. I'm going to propagate the plant. This one here. Now there is no holes, so I'm going to create a hole so that there is drainage. And so I just cut a little bit to drain. That's enough, just to drain. So make sure that you rinse your perlite and just keep halfway. So this is wet.
Do you have to add any more water to that, or just leave it damp like that?
Actually, you keep it damp, not damp.
Oh, you're peeing all over my foot.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have to. Okay, now I'm going to propagate this plant. This is not doing well, and what I'm going to do is, look at that. It is this. It is not in the full potential.
Well, the roots doesn't have a strong root system
Exactly.
down here. Yeah.
You want to preserve this. Is not doing well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to propagate this to make it, So
you're gonna chop it.
Chop it. Here you go, guys.
And now hopefully this thing will make a comeback, and maybe
every time you cut, you always disinfect because you don't know. So that is the plant you bought. $65 for this. What plant is this? white knight.
This is the white knight, philodendron white
Yeah,
knight.
so you can remove the lower leaves. So I always take precaution. I always spray. Now you can dip it in hormone. That is optional.
Do we have any?
We have
Do we have any rooting hormone?
Yeah. And
Dip it. Dip that
dip
baby.
in the hormones.
$65. I want to give that thing the best chance we can.
So now I already sprayed with alcohol with pesticide,
That's
but
okay.
I rinse it because I don't want chemical reaction. So what you have to do, just sorry, Greg. You just dip it in the hormone, and then create a hole.
So you got a lot of water in there still.
It's okay. It would. I have to add more. Yeah, it is a lot of water. There you go.
That's my feet.
So you just do like that with the perlite, and then you have to place this in a dome. You want to create
Why do you want to put a dome over it for?
to create a good environment, humid environment, because philodendron repairs humidity.
And
so
how about the light?
You don't put this in a direct light. Indirect light. You still need light to photosynthesize. So that's the one, and I'm going to show the aftermath. Now, how about this sphagnum moss? I don't propagate plants with sphagnum moss because for some reason that sphagnum moss is just like perlite, it dries quick, but we can do that. I have one propagation in here that I'm going to show it to you guys. So this is from the sphagnum moss, and I still did not transfer. I don't have holes in here. What I did, just spray it. I don't water because it creates that water lag.
What plant is that?
This is my collection. This is Florida Beauty, and if you can see, no, this is Florida Beauty. So if you see it in here, I should transplant this. Look at.
I haven't seen it either. Let me
See that is the root is already occupying in here. See.
Oh, yeah.
That's the roots, yeah.
Cool.
So the roots is already here, and I'm going to transplant this later on. So that is the propagation. Now when you propagate with peat moss, you need to wet your peat moss. And in
Really
this
good.
case,
Squeeze it out.
Okay, I will have you do it.
Why does this have all this stuff in there for?
That's the. You need to buy a high quality peat moss. This is from the garden center.
Is that the way it came like that?
Yeah, this is from the garden center.
You don't have to say where it's from.
Yeah, you can get your sphagnum moss, not peat moss.
You got a cup?
Huh? I have a cup. Okay.
Just had all these sticks and stuff in there?
So the same thing, I don't put a hole. I don't put a hole there. Now I'm going to have you propagate. So let's see, what plant do you want to propagate? Do you want the other collection? Oh, here's the collection. This one here.
Which one?
I want you to propagate this collection. How about this?
Oh, man.
So this is gloriosum. Look at that, guys.
I love this plant.
Okay.
Philodendron gloriosum. This
So-
gets big.
So find stem that would be.
Oh, I hate to do any of these.
Is that hard for that, or you want another one?
Oh, let me see. I don't think these are mature enough to take cuttings from yet, honestly.
It is not very enough.
No, it's not mature enough yet. You could take this one right here. This one you could, Ma.
Huh?
You could take this one right here. Here you go.
Which one?
Look at here.
Or you wanna do this?
Nah, I don't like that
You
plant.
don't.
This one's healthy. It's let me have your cutters. You spray it.
Can you make it? sure that there is let's see. Make sure that there is an attached. Yeah, this is the collection, guys, and we are expanding our collection by propagating the rare plants. And this is my rare plants. How are you doing on there? Okay. Alright, show it. Okay, so he made it. Alright, so let me show you. So you see this? This is the lower leaves.
Great.
So I'm going to remove it. And then as you can see, and sometimes I like to spray my cutting. Can you spray this in her?
Yep.
Yeah. And you have to place this. There is a root, and it's going to produce.
Look at that. The plant still looks good.
Still looks good. Okay. How you do that?
Okay, I need my rooting hormone over here.
The rooting hormone.
Behind you.
So rooting hormones, guys, is optional, but it helps.
It increases your percentages
Yeah.
of success. There we go.
Show it again.
Just dip it in there where the cutting goes. Make a little hole in your cup, like that. And we're going to take this and put it in the... And the reason why you want to make the hole is to keep from damaging the cutting, and also from rubbing off the rooting hormone that you just carefully dabbled on there. You don't want to rub it off with the wet sphagnum moss as you're placing it down in the hole. I'm going to put a little bit more sphagnum moss around the edges here to kind of hold it up. Just tamp it in there nice and tight.
You want to put this thing? Okay.
Do that.
And I have a tie.
They keep it from falling over because there's no roots to hold it up. You can put a little stick in here like this, and then we're going to take a little zip tie and place it around there to kind of hold it in the upright position. It's sitting up pretty good now. I don't know if you really need it, but go ahead and put a tie on there.
Yeah.
Just need one. Right there, good.
So just to reinforce the plant from.
Just keep it upright.
So
This is
again,
This is a beautiful plant. It gets big, and it's a trending plant right now too. So this is a nice plant to have in your collection.
so you wanna. Then after you
Put a label on there so you know what the heck you're growing.
So you put label on it.
Where's your label gun?
With the label.
Get it over there. Just get the label gun.
Here, hold this one. And
This is something you want to get in your
gloriosum.
program. Here, come here, hold this. I have no.
Okay, so we have the printing printer here.
Gloriosa. Okay, go ahead.
All right, Greg. So our last propagation is the GP plug.
Jiffy
Now,
plugs.
I use GP plug in the. I think you
Great for
you
germinating.
get
I love these for germinating.
for germination.
Yeah.
This
These
is
are-
the wrong size.
These are the wrong size for cutting propagation. You want to get the big 50 millimeter ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these are I think 30s. The bigger ones are about this big. They're about this big, and you can just put it inside of a cup, put a cutting in there with the rooting hormone, and basically just keep it moist. And these are great for germinating and for propagating.
I use
these are
I
for
use, I use
seeds.
this to propagate my roses, rose cutting. Okay, so how do you propagate using GP plug? What do you do first?
Well, you can do it for air layering, or you can do it for
No,
cuttings.
I mean, we are doing cuttings. That is our propagation now. It's
Cuttings, you're going to take these. They come in like a pellet. You stick them in water and let them sit there for about 5 minutes, and they swell up like
Okay, we have this one
5
here.
times their normal size.
This
Okay.
is ready.
All right. So this has been sitting in the water here for probably longer than 5 minutes. You
No,
don't want them to sit
1
too
minute.
long because they'll start to deteriorate.
1 minute.
Yeah,
The-
like 1 minute. And these were flat little pellets, and now they're swell up and they're soft and they're full of water. Squeeze them out a little bit, about like that. And then I like to take a pencil or a stick of some kind like this, stick it inside of there and kind of move it around a little bit.
Okay.
Make a little hole for your cutting. Take your cutting.
Okay, at the cutting. This is the green Burmax.
Oh, that's a beautiful plant.
You don't want to cut that?
Nah, I don't want to cut that one.
How about the Syngonium? You want the Syngonium?
Yeah, Syngonium is one I don't really give a damn about. No,
But
this is a bad.
collection.
That's not a good one. That's only got too big and need to be cut down.
Alright, so this one here.
Yeah,
So you want to propagate that.
we're gonna propagate
You
the
can-
golden princess.
That is the golden.
Take it right about here.
So this one here. Okay, so we're going to cut this one.
There's a node.
There's the node.
Oh, beauty.
And then you just remove the lower leaves.
Uh-huh.
And then insert to the.
Spray that cutting.
So always disinfect, guys, anything that you cut.
You want the rooting hormone, or do we need it?
Yeah. Now keep in mind, guys, GP plug is almost are the same. Is the
Both?
same as the perlites and sphagnum moss. They can dry so quick.
Pinch the hole tight, tamp it down like that.
And I have this nice from dollar store.
Nah, I wouldn't put it in there.
Yeah, look
Nah,
at that.
It's gonna fall over.
It's already look at
Yeah, that
See?
sucks.
See?
I put it in a
Okay.
plastic cup.
You want to put
Keep
plastic?
it upright. Yeah, the stem will hold up upright against the side of the cup.
Okay, that's good.
There you go.
All right,
Now we want to put a little bit of water in there. On the bottom, just to
just a
help.
little bit.
Just a little bit. Right about there. There you go.
All right, so this is it, guys. So this is how easy it is to propagate from perlites, using perlites, sphagnum moss, GP, and water. So this is really basic. Most houseplant people use this method. Besides pagpanics, I use pagpanics because I can propagate more plants, and I don't have to worry. I just place it and let it be. So this one you have to monitor. Always keep an eye on your propagation because you don't want any dryness or pest and disease infestation. So keep it warm, about like between between 65 and 70 degrees warmer. And don't put this propagation in a direct sun. You have to put it in indirect sunlight. Don't put in the shade or in the without light because you need to photosynthesize.
And this doesn't have a lot of chlorophyll in it to begin with because it's all yellow. So we
But
gotta.
it can still, yeah.
Has a little bit of chlorophyll, but you need to give it more light than a regular.
Okay,
There you go.
there you go. So this is it, guys. So what we're then after you
Now,
after
Before you go ahead and finish what you're gonna say.
so after you notice any root formation, like what you see here, you have to transplant this one here. Like this one here, you have to transplant. Now, I will let Gregg transplant this beautiful philodendron collection I had. This one here.
The one that we're gonna put the name on.
Yeah.
More because we don't
If
know
I
what the name
can,
of it is.
So once it
Yeah,
has 4 inches
Beautiful.
in length.
Look at the back side, the bottom side of these leaves. It's got a burgundy with light colored ribs showing. Really a pretty plant. They got a new shoot
I couldn't
coming out.
believe I couldn't
roots are
have
healthy.
that, huh? I know we have that. Maybe
I don't know. Where's the mother plant?
I know I have it already, you know.
It's not the redback Mexican.
No, it's not. That is like it's a new trending for the. Okay, so when you have that,
Trending so much we don't even know what it is.
so it's this.
This is cool being out in a greenhouse in the middle of December because it's 70 degrees out here. It's so much enjoyment to come out here and breathing all this pure oxygen.
We use our own mix, guys. If you need mix, you can look at in our link. I will provide the link in this video if you need potting mix.
Okay.
So this is the mix we had. It's a combination of perlite, vermiculites, and a little bit of worm casting. You put worm casting. So
Do we have any mycorrhizae left?
I don't have, but you can add on the top
Yeah.
worm
We need-
casting.
Yeah. That's
So,
true. That's true.
Here you
Worm
go.
casting acts like a mycorrhizae.
And you want more.
It's got a nice root system.